Hello Python enthusiast. Let us check the list functions. So first thing, if you want to check what are the built-in functions for the list, then you can go with the dir method. So dir method will give the attributes as well as the methods related to given object. So here if I try to print a dir of list, I am getting the list of the attribute as well as the methods of the list. So if you check, we have the list method like append, clear, then copy, count, extend, index, insert, pop, remove, reverse and sort. So around 11 methods are we are going to consider with respect to the list. So let us start with the methods which we are going to use for add a data into a list. So when you want to add a data into a list, around three methods we need to consider, that is nothing but the append, second is extend, and third is nothing but your insert method. So let us check one by one all the method. So first method is nothing but the append method. So when you want to insert the data at the end of the list, we can go with the use of the append method. If you go for checking the syntax for this append method is nothing but you have to go for list dot append into the bracket item. So this item can be a single value or it can be a other iterable like list or tuple, which we are going to add it at the end of the list. If you think about the return value for this function, it doesn't return any value. And here the length of the list is increased by 1 when you are going to append a data into a list. Let us understand with the help of example. So here I am considering the my list as an empty list. After that I am trying to add a single value like Python and 123 in this my list. So if you check the output after appending these two values into the list with the help of printf statement, you are able to identify the Python and 123. These are the two elements are added into a list. After that, I am trying to show you how to add the iterable. So I have declared the iterable another list, which is a form of list. So if I try to append this another list into a my list, you are able to identify the list is added as it is into your existing list. After that, I have shown how to add the tuple into the list. So here tuple with C++ and Java as a value is added to the list. So you can observe here again the tuple is added as it is into a list. Now check for how to add a set into a list. So I have declared a my set with two value flew and tame. So if I go for my list.append my set, in that case this flew and tame as a set is added into a existing list. After that I have declared a dictionary with key value as a and value as a 121. So in that case if I go for my list.append my dictionary, so dictionary is added at the end of the list. So that's all about the append method in which we are trying to add a data at the end of the list as a single value or as a form of iterable. Now we will move forward to the next method, that is nothing but the extend method. So in Python, extend method is iterate over the iterable like string, tuple, list or set and go for adding each element of the iterable into the list at the end. So after adding iterable into a list, the length of the list is increased by number of elements which are present in the iterable. So that was the difference between append and extend method. So if you check for the syntax for the extend method, in that case you have to just follow list dot extend into the bracket iterable. So iterables can be anything like list, set, tuple or string. If you think about return type, it doesn't return any value. Let us understand with the help of example. So I already declared the my list with two value loop and for. And after that I am trying to add another list with the value 60 and 41. If I go for my list.extend into the bracket another list and if I try to print a data of my list, you can observe that individual element of the list is added 6041 into a existing list. The same way my tuple value like C++ and Java is added into a my list. Also if you check for the set value flew and temp is added into the list directly. So if you think about how the extend will work with dictionary, you can observe that number, that is nothing but the key value, is added into the my list. One more interesting point with respect to the string iterable. So if you want to extend a list with a string value, in that case each character of a string is added into a list as an individual element. So here you can observe that I have declared the my str with value Python, and if I try to go for my list.extend into the bracket my str, in that case your Python characters are added individually into a list. That's all about the extend method. Let us move to the next method, that is nothing but the insert method. In case of insert method, we are trying to insert a given element at a given index in a list. Syntax for insert method is nothing but where to just give the list name, then insert. Into the bracket, we need to pass the two arguments, that is nothing but the first, the index at which we want to insert a data, and second is nothing but the element which we want to insert. This method does not return any value, but it inserts the element at a given index. Suppose you are trying to insert a data at index which is not present in your list, or your index is greater than your length of the list. In that case, you will inserting a data at the end of the list by default. Let us understand insert method with the help of example. So here I am trying to insert a data at index 4 with value 100. So you can check output with the help of printf statement. Also, the negative indexing is possible with the help of insert method. So we can insert a data at -4 index with value 999. You can check output with the help of printf statement. Next part is if I am trying to insert a data at index whose value is greater than your length of the list. Suppose here I am trying to insert a data at the index 18 and I am trying to insert a data 800. But this index value is greater than the length of the list. So in that case, this 800 will be added at the end of the list. In next part, I have shown you how to insert a list or string, or we can say the tuple and dictionary into the list with the help of insert method at specific index. Hope so it is clear to you when to use append, extend and insert method. Append we can use when you want to insert a data at the end of the list and length will be increased by 1. Second, extend method when you want to insert a data at the end of the list with all the element of the iterable are added as a part of the list. And length of the list is increased by number of element present in iterable. And we can use the insert method when we want to insert a data at the specific index. That's it for today. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe my channel for more Python insights. Thank you.